please save the date. The 9th annual Victorian Midday Dinner and Tea, hosted by the Buffalo Lynx, is coming up Saturday, September 14th. This is a terrific fundraiser because it keeps my first guest on the air. We have Dr. Catherine Collins, who is with us, and we have Amy Cook, and you are dressed appropriately for this, ladies. I feel so underdressed. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. Doctor, how many years have we done this tea now?
This is the 9th year.
The 9th year, and what this does is it raises funds so you can stay on the air, on radio, talking about women's health.
That's right.
And tell us where that show is heard.
On 1400 AM and 107.5 FM on Saturday mornings, the first and third Saturday in each month from 8 to 8:30.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, Amy, let's talk about this wonderful event because we're encouraging people to dress, right?
Yes.
If you haven't, wear it.
Yes, yes. One part of the event, this is my second year doing it, is a fashion show. Very historically inspired with some Victorian, a lot of hats. And so a lot of the women who are doing decorating the tables will be a part of it. And it's just a really fun way to not only show off some different fashions, but also see what people might have worn, you know, 100 years ago and even beyond that.
Interesting. Now, this is happening next door at the Buffalo Grand Hotel, right?
Yes, yes.
And we want people to know it's from 4 to 7 p.m., 4 to 7:30.
Right.
Right? So, yeah, wear your if you have tea clothes, that'll be fantastic. Doctor, what is it about this period in time that you just love?
It's so feminine. You know, we tend to jump over the Victorian era and go right to the 20s, which was entirely different. And women then began to show much more than they did during the Victorian era. It's a very feminine time. My grandmother said to me that her grandmother told her that when during that time when a woman walked up to a buggy and pulled up her dress to get into the buggy and the man saw her ankle, he went like, oh my God, her ankle, oh my gosh. And so, you know, the era was a really reserved but beautiful. Look at the fashions that we had during that time.
Right.
And the things that we accomplished. And for us, for African American, was our first female entrepreneur who made lots of money, Madam C. Walker. She was our first millionaire that came out of that era. And we're going to have a brief kind of presentation around what she did and her accomplishments.
Also, let's talk a little bit now about what you cover on your radio show, because let's face it, we can't get enough of women's health shows.
That's right.
And you have been on now for a while.
I've been on since 2011 and have covered many, many topics, especially topics that women don't hear normally on television. And plus, you can clean up your house, change the baby's diaper, and listen.
Yes.
And so we've covered many topics, especially for caregivers, those who are out here taking care of their elderly parents and those who have Alzheimer's, as well as palliative care, because we just don't talk enough about being prepared for when we're not on this earth any longer. And so we need to try to put things in place.
Yes, plus a lot of those caregivers end up being women.
Yes, most of them are women. And so with all of their duties, they still have to take care of their mothers, their fathers, their loved ones and husbands. And believe me, I've had, you know, those experiences in my family. And we're going to talk a little bit more about cancer because it's really a problem that we don't prepare for in our families. I had a friend and we were together on Thanksgiving, and at Christmas she was in palliative care with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. So we're going to be talking about that too, because we need to really pay attention to not only just having our mammograms and our pap smears, but we need to take a look at other parts of our bodies that we may be having some difficulties. And I tell my listening audience that they have a little book. Back in 2011, I said, I want you to purchase a little book and I want you to listen to this program, write down things and take it into the doctor's office.
There we go. That's true. That's absolutely true. We're going to try to keep Dr. Collins on the air, and you can do that by going to this incredible Victorian tea. Okay, everybody? Let's give you some information for that, where to get tickets. But Saturday, September 14th, 4 to 7:30 p.m. We want to thank Amy Cook and Dr. Catherine Collins for being with us, because it's such an important show that you do on radio.